Now that's what you call good football.
today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Throwing to start the drive, Barnes. And his first look is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play, but it'll be second down. You talk about this Jets defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They spent the week at practice in. We know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
First and 10, Barnes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And this is a game where you don't envy a defensive coordinator. This is what you have to game plan against all week. This offense is #1 in the NFL in passing, and they're clicking here early as they get a completion there for a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. The Patriots at 8-1 on the year. They come in here hot. I mean, over the last 9, Charles, they are 8-1.
And that record, the way that they're playing, they've proven to me, and I think anyone else in the league, that they're able to go toe-to-toe with anyone, and they look forward to the challenge.
Wide open receiver complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Pats get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're... Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Barnes. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Barnes. He'll buy some time right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not. And he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter, and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes out to his left. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. play action. Barnes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the bootleg. Barnes. Forced out to his left. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Barnes. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll roll him out right. He gets it to Johnston. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
To throw on second down, Barnes. Reaching up for it, and he's got it. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his third already in this first half, as he'll try again with a first down. Throwing to start the drive, Barnes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Off play action, Barnes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught, one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for New England, 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Barnes. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
A touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Back to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Flushed out right. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Barnes escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So here are the Patriots to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. Down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off the play fake. Barnes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Barnes steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Barnes. Buying time to his left. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,477 pass yards in a single season. I think the Engravers, they can get the MVP trophy ready. This has been a year for the ages as he stands alone in single-season passing. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
Been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes forced out to his left. Nifty move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Barnes. Complete to Johnston here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes being chased out left. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Off the play fake. Barnes rolling to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Dancing to his left. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quentin Johnston from 6 yards away. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
New England trying to get to play some for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now obviously they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for New England. 69 yards.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Back to throw. Barnes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Isaiah Likely from 10 yards out. And the Patriots are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Flushed out right. Shifts by him. Room here to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Barnes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a mid.
The Patriots ready to get the football back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Quinnen Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Boy, stays up. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A big play there for New England. And even 40 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Barnes. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart. Point.
New England's offense set to go.
Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
Buying time to his left. Gets around him. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Off play action. Barnes. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Off the play fake. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Barnes flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New England, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Tonight, from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots.
Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Off play action. Barnes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. to throw. Barnes. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Looking to throw. Barnes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Off the play fake. Barnes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The Patriots at 9-1 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. Barnes forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to throw. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A nice game there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Off the bootleg, Barnes.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Barnes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you look at this defense,
they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
A 1st down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Off the play fake, Barnes.
Now a deep one for Johnston. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Barnes. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes able to get away.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Barnes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 3rd down, Barnes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers.
So here are the Patriots to take over.
They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Barnes. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Barnes. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Barnes. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Throwing on first down. Barnes. Dancing to his left.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it
a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes steps away to his left. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Flush to under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Gregory Rousseau. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Isaiah Likely
from 10 yards out.
And the Patriots go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the touchdown.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Buying time to his left.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Off the bootleg. Barnes rolling to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, Barnes escaping the pressure right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Back to throw. Barnes. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quentin Johnston, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are able to widen their lead here in this first half. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's been sensational so far, already up over 300 yards passing in the first half alone as they start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes forced out to his left.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Flush to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Ball nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. 14-13, the final score in a tight one. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Caleb Williams getting the job done again as the win moves his guys to a terrific 9-2 on the year. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off play action. Barnes. He'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Flushed out right.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnes being chased out left.
Throwing out left and finding Likely.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gregory Rousseau make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And this is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
New England's offense set to go.
Off the play fake, Barnes. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Off play action, Barnes. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56, the mark, boy, 56, check 56.
Off the play fake, Barnes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Off play action, Barnes. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And the Bills are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Barnes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Off play action. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Barnes. Flushed out right.
And he's got a 1st down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. Good footwork at the 30. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. On 1st and 10, Barnes escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Pats are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances. And
New England's offense set to go.
On 1st down, Barnes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. Flush to his right.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. Barnes. Flushed out right. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Bills are going to get the football back. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Pats, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Operating from the gun, Barnes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. Hook up of 15 yards there. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Barnes. And his throw here's incomplete. The Patriots in 10-1 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Throwing on third and long. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Barnes. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quentin Johnston with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Barnes rolling to his right. And that is incomplete.
You talk about this Seahawk defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Throwing on 1st down. Barnes buying time to his left. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Barnes forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Quentin Johnston with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes on his first 2 drives, and he'll try again here on drive 3. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes flushed out right. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Barnes, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Back to throw. Barnes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Off play action. Barnes. He finds Johnston. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Isaiah Likely, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon me?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a 1st down. Off the play fake. Barnes being chased out left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Off play action. Barnes. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Off the bootleg, Barnes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Off the play fake, Barnes.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's thrown 3 touchdowns already, but does come off the INT on the last drive as they start again with a first down.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, Barnes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
Crossing route he finds Likely.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A game there of 30 big ones.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
The Patriots going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Pass hauled in by Johnston.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and 2, Barnes dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well.
And now out come the Patriots. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Play action. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Barnes. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Barnes. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Patriots. Quentin Johnston. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
And the Patriots take a 3-touchdown lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
New England trying to get to place on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Eluding the pressure right, and that will be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
New England's offense set to go.
This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for New England. 52 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. Touchdown!
Quentin Johnston.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Patriots are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake. Barnes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Barnes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent.
New England trying to get a place on offense.
But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent.
Throwing on first down. Barnes. Flushed out right.
Complete to Likely.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Off play action. Barnes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way.
So the Patriots coming out now. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really... Off the play fake. Barnes. He's going to take another shot here.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Well, these defensive backs have been getting torched all game long, and finally, a small measure of revenge here. That time the coverage downfield is excellent, and they're right there to battle for the football and force the incomplete pass.
Off play action. Barnes.
It's wheeled in downfield by Johnston.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Off the play fake. Barnes escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Off play action. Barnes rolling to his right. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, partner, I know that you and I were raised that in this situation, just take a knee. You got the game pretty much salted away, but instead of that, they throw it. Another touchdown.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see this post-game handshake.
Maybe a conservative run up the middle, but to pass the ball and then score, yeah, some awkward handshakes coming up.
Yeah, this could be one of those, yeah, nice game, buddy.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Patriots, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New England Patriots taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. New England's offense set to go. On 1st and 10, Barnes steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Off the play fake. Barnes. He'll buy some time right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun. Barnes eluding the pressure right.
On target to his man, likely.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Barnes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted.
Another go around now for the Patriot offense.
On 1st down, Barnes flushed out right. Dancing away at the 35. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
This 2nd and 4.
Off play action. Barnes. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The Patriots at 11-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Off the bootleg. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy. And
the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Escaping the pressure right. Ooh, with a juke. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Barnes. And his throw is incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes. Almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
So you think it's not tough playing quarterback in the NFL? How about what we just saw there? The rush got home on 3rd down. He had to stand in there and take the shot as he released it. Throws on target, though, and it's good enough to keep the drive moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. Finds Johnston. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Back to throw. Barnes buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Pats are able to extend their lead. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable. Like a well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
He's not only thrown a couple of touchdown passes in this first half, he's run for 1 as well, as he'll start again with a first down.
Throwing on first down. Barnes forced out to his left. Oh, what a move. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Barnes. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Harris.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Being chased out left.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Flushed out right. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Off play action. Barnes escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Big play there for New England. 49 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Quentin Johnston, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here.
New England trying to get a place on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Barnes. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
New England's offense set to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Barnes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Back to throw. Barnes. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Barnes. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Touchdown! Quentin Johnston, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Patriots stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like...
New England's offense set to go. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them.
Off the play fake. Barnes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Patriots continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Off play action. Barnes rolling to his right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Barnes. And he's got his big tight end here.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 28 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Off play action. Barnes flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Barnes On the move to his... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots just continue to roll. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him.
New England's offense set to go.
Play action. Barnes escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
Off the play fake. Barnes. He'll buy some time right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Off the bootleg. Barnes. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Pats have got it on cruise control. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
Bart, I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now. Play action. Barnes. He finds his man. Complete. It's Johnston. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And a decisive advantage became even more decisive. They already had the win in hand, but they keep pressing the tempo, and they pile on with another touchdown reception.
Would you consider that touchdown a reward to all the tight ends on their roster for their effort today? Not just running their routes, but all the time they spent in the trenches, laying down blocks, doing the little things to help that offense succeed. And for doing all of that, they definitely want one of their tight ends to get.
And now out come the Patriots. Off the play fake. Barnes.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead, and some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Off play action. Barnes. That is caught by Likely. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Off the play fake. Barnes sliding out of the pocket. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out and down inside the 20 at the 15. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off play action. Barnes eluding the pressure right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back to throw. Barnes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Barnes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New England, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.